Are your cleaning products making you gain weight? Over the next few minutes, I am giving you the dirty truth on what cleaning products under your sink are likely secretly plotting against your best weight loss efforts. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Phyllis Thompson, your favorite hormone hacking coach for weight loss. In every single one of my videos, you'll walk away with at least one tip that you can use right away to start shrinking that waist and feeling better immediately. So let me know in the comments if you're catching this live or if you're watching the replay and where you're tuning in from. So let's continue on with this month's theme of spring cleaning our bodies. Last week we talked about whether or not detoxing was necessary, and this week we're moving forward into reducing exposure to some of those toxins to help our livers do their job better. So many of the toxins in our environment disrupt our endocrine system, our thyroid function, and can cause certain types of cancer. Did you know that a newborn baby's umbilical cord blood has been shown to have 287 known toxins in it? That's according to the Environmental Working Group, a really great organization that creates a database, I can't talk, of items that have toxins in them, foods that are heavily sprayed with toxins and things like that. You can check them out at www.ewg.org. It's a really great resource, and you'll hear me talking about them a lot. But let's get back to talking about the newborn's umbilical cord blood. So, this blood has been shown to contain 180 toxins in it that cause cancer in animals. 217 of those toxins are toxic to our brain and nervous system, and 208 are linked to birth defects and developmental problems in animal research. That's a heck of a toxic load at the beginning of life. So, let's talk about some of the most overlooked places that these toxins can be found, which are in our kitchen and under our kitchen sink. Do you read the cleaning products labels in your kitchen or in your house in general? Did you know that until recently, they didn't even have to list what was in those cleaning products because the FDA deemed most of these toxins or these chemicals as safe? The same organization that deemed Roundup as safe. And now we know Roundup causes cancer. Roundup is also heavily sprayed on genetically modified crops, which is a wide variety of the crops in the US. But we'll talk about that on another live. One of the first places you can look for these toxins is in your dish soap. Dish soap contains triclosan, which is similar in structure to BPA's, bisphenol A, which acts like a xenoestrogen. A xenoestrogen, as you've heard me talk about before, is an estrogen mimicker. It also been shown to interfere with thyroid metabolism. Yes, I don't want anything messing with my thyroid. So, because the thyroid regulates your metabolism, among many other things, which you've heard me talk about before, it also interferes with the production of testosterone. So, if you and your partner are trying to get pregnant, that's one of the places that you can look. These are often coupled with alcohol in the form of hand sanitizers, which often make them more readily absorbed into your body, making them even more dangerous. Now let's move on to bleach. Lots of my ladies grew up using bleach. I grew up using bleach, but it has been linked to cancer. It has been linked to bladder and rectal cancer. So I would urge you to consider switching to something a bit more endocrine friendly, right? Also, those window cleaners that you have under your sink. Window cleaners contain glycol ethers. They're also known endocrine disruptors, as well as affecting fetal growth and testicular development. They even lower sperm production. Glycol ethers are potent endocrine disruptors and are readily absorbed into the skin, even if you're wearing gloves. They're listed on these products typically as cleansing agents. So vague, right? And for products that contain fragrances, 95% of these fragrances are made with petroleum. Yeah, the stuff they make diesel fuel with. Come on now. They contain phthalates and several other potentially harmful chemicals such as benzenes, which are also potent xenoestrogens. Now, you've heard me use this word xenoestrogen before, which is it's an estrogen mimicker. Xeno means fake or false, right? If you remember from my perimenopause and menopause lives, xenoestrogens, they mimic estrogen in the body. They act like estrogen when they're not. They attach, for those of our sciencey people that like the science of things, they attach to the estrogen receptors in the body, acting like estrogen, which makes you estrogen dominant. And that presents in the body as excess weight. Yep, the belly fat that is really tough to get rid of. It also presents as mood swings, decreased sex drive. Y'all know I don't play with my libido, right? Insomnia. And in case you didn't know, Thyroid disorders in women of perimenopause and menopause age that have never had a thyroid disorder before can develop in these years, partly due to hormonal shifts and endocrine disruptors. And the thyroid, as you've heard me mention earlier, runs your metabolism, right? So I'm going to give you a little bit about thyroid. The thyroid has to make thyroid hormone, which every cell in your body is designed to take in. So it can affect your entire body, not just your metabolism, how you feel. So I'm going to jump off the toxin soapbox, pun intended, for a second and give you some good news, right? Now, moving into green products is wonderful. Your heart is in the right place. But a lot of these green products still contain chemicals that you're better off not even being exposed to. Most of these brands over advertise their benefits to make them look good to health conscious consumers, making you more likely to buy it. So now you're probably like, well, what the heck, Phyllis? What am I supposed to use? Don't worry, I got you covered. So this is also going to save you money. So double win, hello. You can make your own products with simple stuff that you probably already have. Like instead of scouring powder, you can use baking soda with a few drops of citrus essential oils. And instead of those fancy dusting polishes, you can simply buy a microfiber cloth, right? And if you want to clean your hard surfaces and your mirrors and windows, all you have to do is use water, vinegar, and essential oils, right? So easy. Now be sure to store these in glass containers because plastics contain bisphenol A or BPAs, which is another endocrine disruptor. And even those plastics that are deemed BPA free still contain other endocrine disruptors because plastic softeners, they have to have some type of chemical in them to soften the plastic, and they likely contain phthalates, which is another endocrine disruptor. So it's not all doom and gloom. You can actually take control of what you clean your home with. So I don't know about you, but the fact that we just learned how to save some money by making our own cleaning products makes me feel great because it'll help me keep the weight off, lose the weight, keep the weight off, sleep better, live healthier, among other many benefits. And it helps me feel empowered to take the next step forward towards taking control of my health and the way I age. So I hope you feel the same way. So let me know below, you know I can't talk, which one of these you're going to try. And I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, ciao.